welcome to the Atari on Top YouTube channel. I'm Jessica, and today's video is for our July YouTube Hop. This month we're focusing on stamps, so let's get started with the projects. I wanted to give myself the challenge for this stamping video to create all of my embellishments using stamps. I'm starting with this bakery stamp set from Picket Fence Studios, and I stamped it on some Spectrum Noir Ultra Smooth Premium cardstock, which stamps beautifully, and then it's also great for coloring with alcohol markers, which is what I'm using now to get coloring. To color, I like to first go over the entire area with the lightest shade and then start working in the darks, then go to the medium shade, and then I'll finish it all off and blend it together using the lightest shade again. If you haven't colored with alcohol markers before, it's really not as intimidating as it seems. They do blend very nicely, and especially when you're using the right cardstock like marker paper or like this premium cardstock that I'm using. These colors really do blend together, and I'm even using a range of different markers. I just have a set of alcohol markers, and I just grab from the marker that's in the color that I want to use. I have a lot of the American Craft sketch markers, which work really great, and I'm also using some Sizzix and some Spectrum Noir tri-blend markers as well. Really just whatever color I want, that's the marker that I'm grabbing. On this larger teapot, I pretty much outlined the entire thing with the darker shade, and then I'm getting it blended together using the lighter shade. And there it is, all colored, and I'm going to be very fussy with this and cut it all out. I'm cutting out the inside using an X-Acto knife and then going around the outside to cut it out using some fussy cutting scissors. I grabbed this paper pack from Crafter's Companion, and it has really nice shades of bright colors, so I've been using it a lot on my spring and summer projects. For right now, I just grabbed the white, and that's what I'll be using to stamp on, but throughout the project I'll also grab a couple more colors from that pad as well. Now I'm working on adding my title. It will say, "You hold a special place in my tart," so a little pun there, and I am laying it out and using my Sizzix stamp and stencil tool, and I wanted an ombre effect, so using Catherine Pooler inks, I added one color on the top and then one along the bottom, and then I misted it using a spray bottle and then just stamp it over, and it creates a really nice ombre effect. And you'll see as I do this a few more times to create the rest of the title. The alpha stamp that I'm using for this title is from the Create Happiness collection from Stamperia, and I love the playful look that it has. And I'm really going for a dessert themed page, so I'm trying to keep with lighter candy colored inks. Typically, if I was to do a long title like this, I would die cut it out because I feel like that makes it a little bit easier to rearrange and all that, but because of this stamping challenge, I wanted to use all stamps, but I'm really happy with how this turned out. I really like the effect that it gets, and I think it's something that's cool to add into your stamping techniques. Just use some inks and blend them a little bit, mist them, and they get a little bit of a watercolor look. Now I'm going for some more dessert themed stamps because I need some more embellishments for this page. And with these, I'm doing the same thing as I did with that picket fence stamp where I'm stamping it in some midnight, and then I'll color it using alcohol markers. Next, I'm using this Skyline Silhouette Thinlits die from Sizzix, and I am creating some grassy ground for my stamps to rest on to create a little bit more of a full scene. And I grabbed this die because it has like a little grassy look to it. So I am cutting it out, and it's really nice because you can cut out 12 by 12 with it and just make a continuous line. So there's my ground, and then I am using some cloud stencils to create some clouds in the skies using ink blending. Right now I'm using the Altenew ink blender brush, which is one of my go-to brushes now, and just because it's so soft and big, I like using big brushes for larger backgrounds like this. I chose a really light shade of blue because although I do want you to be able to see the clouds in the background, I don't want them to take away from any of the stamps or the photos that I am adding to this layout. For this YouTube hop, we are giving away a $15 Cherry on Top gift card, and how you enter to win that is just by leaving a comment on this video, and then also go check out our design team members' videos and leave comments on theirs as well. It's always really fun to do these YouTube hops because there's so much really cool inspiration, as well as some awesome project ideas. And if you're looking for any new products, these will give you a lot of ideas to work with. Now I'm working on building my layout and deciding where everything's going to go. I have all these cute little cupcakes and teapots, and I thought I wanted my title to stand out a little bit more, and also with the grass, so I just grabbed a black pen and I outlined the title, and then I'm adding some illustrative grassy marks on my grass. And I did this because all of the designs of my stamps are outlined in black, so I thought it would just make the whole page a little bit more cohesive. I decided to add another color to the background page by adding a border, and just to bring in another color that will help this pop a little bit more. Now I'm adding some of the cute sayings that were in the picket fence stamp set and stamping that on. Now, since I've been using the Sizzix stencil and stamp tool, I can't not use it when I'm stamping, so you'll just see me using it all the time when stamping. Where I have my bigger stamp set, I decided to add a little bit of shading on the grass to make it look like it really belongs there. And then everything is getting popped up using foam dots and foam tape. I love the little bit of dimension that this gives the page, and that's also why I'm curling these edges up a little bit as well for some more dimension. If I was going for a more distressed page, I would distress those edges, but I like the cleaner look of this page, so instead I decided to just fold them up a little bit. To make the colors of the background look a little bit more like the colors that I used in the page, I'm doing some ink blending on this background as well before sticking my page on it. And then I know I said I was going to keep all of my embellishments as stamping, but I thought some little sequin embellishments wouldn't hurt, and these birthday hearts from Picket Fence are so cute and just go really well with my dessert theme. So I'm adding some sprinkles on some cupcakes, and then just to create some clusters here and there throughout the page. And actually, I even went back after I was done with this video and done editing it and I was like, I need even more of these because they are so cute. So my finished layout has even more of these little sprinkles than what I show in this video, but they're just so fun. So here's a look at the finished layout. It's different than my typical style, but I really love it and think it is so fun. Thanks for watching.